Well, I think the last I checked, we're over 17 million at the box office, and which is awesome because the critics thought we would make like $40. Um, so yeah, we're excited, and we're working to get the film out on DVD as quickly as possible. We're probably looking at about 3 months for that to happen, but they're trying to expedite that as quickly as possible because we know that churches and different youth groups and different organizations are really wanting to be able to show the film. Um, and so DVD will be a great way to do that. I think it's about timing right now. We've seen a lot of pro-life movies sort of come and go, and people have said, what's the difference here with Unplanned? And I really think it's about timing. We look at what's happening just in these crazy laws that are being passed all across the country, late-term abortions, infanticide laws. And, I think that people are just ready. I think they were ready to see the truth. I think people were seeking truth on the issue of abortion. And this film, hopefully, will be a really powerful tool that people can use moving forward to show the truth of abortion and also to show the powerful redemptive nature of Christ. Abortion is painful. Like, even people who are pro-choice will say, people who have had abortions that are pro-choice will say, yeah, abortion hurts. It's physically painful. I think it's really disingenuous for these people in the abortion community to essentially call women liars who are speaking out not only the physical pain of abortion, but also there is, for many women, significant emotional pain. And here they are, an organization that says that they are there to trust women and listen to women. Yet when women start speaking out about their abortion experiences, they want us to shut up. And, you can't have it both ways. You have to listen to both sides if you truly want to believe women and trust women. And, they have, it's been abortion doctors who have been pushing back on that scene because they have to. They have to perpetuate the lie that the unborn child doesn't feel anything, that there's no sensory development there, that there's no humanity there in the unborn. But what we know is that my account is not some sort of isolated account. In 1984, many, many years ago, Dr. Bernard Nathanson came out with The Silent Screen, a former abortionist, and it showed the same sort of thing on a real abortion. It wasn't a CGI abortion like that's in Unplanned. This is a real abortion taking place, showed the same sort of thing that my film showed. And this was in 1984. I mean, this knowledge has been around for a long time. The proof that the unborn feel pain, the proof that they can feel what's actually happening to them in an abortion, that they can sense that sort of danger, has been around for years. So, the fact that they're in denial about that just shows that they're really out of touch with scientific reality. We have proved over and over again, through Planned Parenthood's own budgets, through former abortion clinic workers who have come through, and then there were none speaking out. We've proved it in black and white on paper that they do have abortion quotas, that abortion is a product that they're selling. So they can say that all they want, but I mean, the proof is there. The evidence is there. They're receiving awards. That has been proven. We have come out with the physical evidence of an award that was given to a clinic for exceeding their abortion quota. So the proof is there. The evidence is there. They need to believe whatever they need to believe to keep their agenda going. But the proof is already out there. I think there's a little bit of fear, actually, within the pro-choice community. I mean, there was a recent Marist poll that came out a couple months ago that showed that in 1 month, in a 1 month time period, there was a 14% jump in Democrats who were pro-life. So before the whole late-term abortion debate in New York had taken place, 20% of Democrats identified as pro-life. 1 month later, a poll showed that 34% of Democrats identified as pro-life. I think that's scary. They're losing their constituency. They are losing their supporters. People are researching on their own. They're looking at what abortion really is. And I think that they are losing ground. They're losing momentum, and particularly among young people, particularly among millennials. There have been studies that have shown that when millennials are presented with the truth of abortion, they're more likely to change their mind and become pro-choice. And that has got to be scary for the pro-choice movement right now. But we look at the millennial generation in particular. The first picture that they have of themselves is of them in the womb, right? And so it's really hard for them to be convinced that even at that time, when they're looking at their own ultrasound picture, that they weren't a human being, that they weren't a baby. And, science and technology, medical advancements, I mean, it's coming down more and more on the side of life. And that has to be very scary for the pro-choice movement at this point. These digoxin infused abortions have been going on for years in many states. And, the sad reality is that if they even make it to the heart, a lot of less skilled abortion doctors, they don't have the ability to get the injection directly into the heart. So they just inject it into the amniotic fluid. The baby ingests the overdose of digoxin. And many times the mother can actually feel her child fighting for its life as it's overdosing in her womb. This is not new. This has been happening. But the fact that they're willing to actually put it on paper and put it into law just really shows the depravity of the legislators there. It was a good article. It was surprising when I saw it out. But yeah, I read it, and I think they're right on. I think that some of the most powerful voices in this movement are people who have been affected by abortion personally. So, I do believe that we will see a time where abortion is unthinkable, and I don't think it's not going to come from legislative victories. I don't believe it's going to come from scientific evidence. I think it's going to come from stories. And because that's really what pricks at the conscience and emotions. And it's going to come from stories of women who have had abortions, who regret that decision. It's going to come from people who worked in the abortion clinics. There's nobody better to tell you how the abortion industry works than someone who actually worked there and saw it firsthand. And I think it's important that we're making allies in all of these pockets that we can, because everybody's voice is very powerful when it comes to defending life. Well, it's still in theaters. So 4 weeks in, still in theaters. So if you haven't seen it, go to unplannedtickets.com, find a local theater that's still playing it. Go see it. Take your friends, take your pro-choice friends, take your kids. It's rated R, but it's only rated R because it's real. And a lot of people have said it's rated R for recommended. So your teenagers need to see this film. We're excited about streaming and DVD release. There's a lot of women who have been affected by abortion that were scared to go see it in the theater. They were scared of what their response might be. I feel like we're going to continue to reach women who are in need of healing, especially after the DVD comes out and they can watch it in the privacy of their own home, watch it with a friend, a spouse, somebody that can sort of just hold their hand while they're watching the film. And so we just want people to understand that this is a very powerful tool that wasn't, it's not about me. It's really about God. It's his story and how he can redeem literally anything from our past. He can take anything from our past and use it for his glory. And so I hope that this brings about even more testimonies from women. And certainly we're seeing abortion clinic workers leaving their jobs at a rate that we have never seen before. And so we're very encouraged by that as well.